Hello, everyone, and welcome to News Now, the Belmont Journal's daily update on the impact of the coronavirus on the community of Belmont. I'm your host, Roger Colton. One of the big volunteer groups that has been organized in response to the coronavirus in the community is Belmont Helps, and we have a variety of representatives from that organization or that initiative today with us. Let's start out with Amy Kirsch, who is one of the leading lights with Belmont Helps. Amy, what is Belmont Helps up to today?
Well, a lot. That's a great question. We are helping with several initiatives, and we're so happy to have that list growing. We're partnering with different organizations to help us do this as well. And we have a lot of volunteers, more than 300 that have signed up to help us get food out, get groceries out, connect people to their needs, collect snacks for hospitals in Belmont Manor. So we have several initiatives that my partners will speak on more broadly and more concretely. But we started March 14th with the idea of helping Belmont with the COVID-19 needs locally. So we've been, I pulled in my amazing team leaders, and they've all been helping us collect people and make sure they knew about us. And we've just trying to help the community as much as we can.
And you're raising money now, is
We
that
are
correct?
raising money. We started a GoFund. We actually just switched to a brand new GoFund as well, because the first GoFund we started, it was before we were a 501c3. We were very lucky to join Winbrook PTA as a volunteering group, and with the idea to help locally with COVID-19 needs. So this volunteering group is actually helping town-wide. And now we have the 501c3 status. So we started a new GoFundMe, and you can see the link at both pages. We're so thankful to the people that started out our campaign strong. We've raised almost $8,000, which is so amazing. And we're very thankful to the community and the volunteers that are keeping us going, because we are all in this together.
Let's turn to Shana Wang, who Amy just told us about the help in the community, but Belmont Helps has really provided a lot of assistance to Belmont Manor. Is that correct?
Yes, so we have a snacks and drinks drive that's going on, where snacks and drinks are being donated over to Belmont Manor every week. And we also have had donated, or people in the community actually donating some PPE gowns and gloves over to Belmont Manor. We also had a radio drive going. Think about almost 20 radios were delivered to the residents at Belmont Manor, and we've had some volunteers who have stepped up to also provide meals for staff there.
And you do a lot of work with the volunteers, is that correct?
Correct. So I work together with Julie. So I coordinate the volunteers, and she's on the end facing those requesting for help. And we've had, I'm always surprised by just the eagerness and desire to help in our community. It's been amazing just to witness that. What we have done is we've, I think as of now, like over 100 meals have been provided. We've also been doing a lot of deliveries to the food pantry, from the food pantry to those households that have trouble getting out and about. And I think because we do ask our volunteers if they speak any other languages, we've had a request from the school district to connect our volunteers with families in the community who do need some translation services as well. And I know when we first spoke, Roger, that we haven't yet had anybody call to request for just to have someone to talk to, but we do have a lot of people in our community who do are seeking phone buddies, and so we've connected a few of those as well.
Julie, let's come down to you. You've been working with the volunteers. What are you working on with the volunteers?
My role has really been to talk to the people who are requesting help. And then I usually, will tell Shana, what people need, or I'll hook people up with services that they need or recommend services for them if they're able to access them on their own. So it's been really eye-opening to do this work. It's been a very difficult time for a lot of people, partly because it's so isolating, especially for older people who really shouldn't be going out. They're kind of stuck at home. And then also people who have financial difficulties or have lower income. It's very difficult, especially I've discovered that that food stamps that are available in Massachusetts can't be used online. So that's a real problem for people who are trying to social distance, who have a limited income. So we've been trying to help by delivering groceries, through volunteers or delivering, takeout meals, things like that. And also we just started delivering groceries. We're going to have to figure out how to do that in a manageable way for us. Been talking with Cassandra Page about that, how we can maybe, coordinate with them to do it kind of the way the food pantry does it or something like that. But I think there is definitely a need, especially in light of the fact that it's a public health issue as well, because we don't want people going to the store if they don't have to. And everything that we can do to help keep people at home and keep them safe, and also be able to survive and eat affordably is a good thing.
Aaron, let's turn to you. You know everybody in town. How does a group such as Belmont Helps make the connections necessary both to generate volunteers and to find out who is in need?
So that's a great question. It all comes down to communications, Roger. Amy is a connector as well and has created various groups on Facebook and through listservs that keep going, and people are constantly connecting. I launched nextdoor.com in Belmont years ago for my neighborhood, and it then expanded, and we're able to communicate through that channel as well. We've connected with our select board to make sure that they're aware of what's happening, what we're doing and up to through Fitzy's work with Rick Knoll of Belmont Emergency Management. So it's all about keeping the story clean so that people know where you can get help and how we can help, and just encouraging people to volunteer. And we're lucky, we're blessed in this community to have so many people who want to come out and just give of themselves.
And you talk in generalities about a lot of people or so many people. Can you put some numbers? I mean, we're talking about hundreds of people, both who are volunteering and hundreds of people who are being helped.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Can
Absolutely.
you give us some numbers?
We have over 300 volunteers that Shana and Julie are pairing up with over 200 people who we've helped.
Okay. Kyra, how do you, Kyra Armstrong, how do you stay on top of this many people and this much need?
Hi, yes. So I'm Kira Armstrong, and I'm coordinating the mass drive through Belmont Helps. And so right now we've donated almost 300 masks to over 40 families and businesses in the Belmont area. And I mean, honestly, I have to give a lot of credit to the volunteers who are just fabulous. I mean, so responsive to emails, reaching out, putting in the work, willing to donate masks and deliver masks, and really just putting in so much time and effort to get masks made and to the people that really need them. And I know from the responses that we've been receiving that it is a service that is very, very much appreciated in the community, with, the mask order going into place. Just, I think today is when we started with the mandatory mask orders. And so this is a need that's just growing and growing. We're getting about 50 requests every day. And it's really a testament to the people in this town who are willing to help and willing to help really passionately.
How do people contact you if they want masks from or through Belmont Helps?
Find all of these services through belmonthelps.org. Belmonthelps.org can give you links to masks. They could give you links to help and volunteers. They could give you links to resources. We've been collecting the stats every day as well that you could find at belmonthelps.org. So if you go there, you'll find everything at a touch of a button, thanks to my amazing team leaders that are keeping all of these resources updated. We're all adding to this.
We should give the phone number too for people who don't have internet. Yes, so I don't know.
And that number is?
Do you guys know what it is?
Amy, do you know the phone number right off top of your head?
I've got it.
Okay, Erin Lubian.
617-993-0162. This number has been kindly donated. It's leave a message and we'll get back to you kind of situation on the phone line.
So if somebody wants to either volunteer or to seek assistance, they don't have access to the internet, they can call 617-993-0162, and
Yes.
that's your access. Okay, Fitzy Cowan, there is a real need in Belmont for Belmont Helps and for the community as a whole to contact or to be in contact with the town's first responders. Can you talk about that?
So yes, I have a unique connection to the first responders in town, both by being married to one of them, but also as a member of the DPW Belmont Police Department Building Committee. I've actually spent the last 2 years working really closely with both previous police chief, the current police chief, and the fire chief as we moved through the process. So it was, when Amy reached out, it was kind of a natural fit that I kind of be a point person since I communicate with them so regularly. So in addition to Kira's masks that have been delivered prior to the mask initiative for residents, Belmont Helps also was able to donate via the fire department. We had a drop box there in the first few weeks, and
The bin is still there. We actually still do.
yes, we do. But the first set of collections went to Mount Auburn Hospital, and the second set of collections actually went directly to the fire department, that they can use the handmade masks when they are responding to non-COVID related things or when they're doing, for example, building checks. And then similarly, about a week later, the next round, I had a drop box at my house, and that went to the police department. And that we had over 100 masks go to the first responders, so that again, they only have to use the medical grade masks when they are responding to a call where they know or suspect exposure, and the rest of the time when they're just dealing with the general public, they can be masked up with the reusable ones, which makes their lives easier and it extends the lives of the supplies that they do have. And then also I was uniquely positioned as a member of the Belmont Women's Club to work with the Women's Club. Our initiative with them is more of just kind of a community brightening, much like the rec department's Brighton Belmont. We will be collecting, we started last week with preschoolers through first grade, and if anybody's watching this, we're opening it up to second to fourth graders. Anyone who wants to make art, write quotes, create posters. We've had a few people do jokes. We are members of the Women's Club are collecting them and posting them on the lawn because we thought we had this brilliant wide open space that is just sitting there, and why not use it to maybe provide some cheer as people go on their walks and their drives. So,
And I was going to ask, these are the signs that are posted out there along Pleasant Street.
Yep, we have a few so far from our younger contributors, and we're hoping to get more as time progresses. Another member of the Women's Club, Juliet Jenkins, is doing it with me. She went up today to check the box and post some more signs. And we're repurposing, since the Women's Club fundraiser, Dancing with the Stars, did not happen this year, sadly. we are reusing the signs to display the art, so it makes them a little sturdier. So in general, I have to really credit Amy with her ability to find people and then know their strengths and really use them. And she knows who to get in touch with more people. And it's been a really brilliant way of kind of connecting to as much of the town as we possibly can, as quickly as we possibly can. I think what we've achieved in the first month and a half of all of this is pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Amy, I want to come back to you for one brief moment, because this all works only if people who want to volunteer contact you and people who have a need contact you. So again, can you let us know how that contact can be made? BelmontHelps.org.
It's belmonthelps.org. If you have any questions, we're belmonthelps@gmail.com. And we have a phone number at 617-993-0162. And I have to give a huge thank you to all the volunteers that have been involved with us at belmonthelps.org. We would be nowhere without the help of the whole community and our partners that have come together to help work with us. We've been working with the Senior Center. We've been working with Belmont Emergency Management. We've been working with the Veterans Association. We've been working with so many people, and we're so thankful to the fire department, the first responders. We're thankful to everyone on the ground delivering masks. We have some high school people helping. We have some college level people helping. We have grandparents helping. And it's amazing that we're all coming together to help our neighbor right now, because that's what our town needs. We want to be brighter together.
Thank you very much. We've been speaking today with representatives of Belmont Helps. Amy Kirsch, Shana Wang, Julie Wu, Fitzy Cowing, Aaron Lubian, and Kira Armstrong. You've been watching the Belmont Journal's News Now, the daily coverage of the coronavirus health emergency in the community of Belmont. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Roger Colton. I will talk to you again next time.